to Hocking. Back to Lovett Murray. He goes short. It's a mark to Zaharakis. Zaharakis has kicked the goal. The Bombers are in front of the G.
It's time to strap in and get ready. The leaders in AFL Supercoach are incoming, helping you win your leagues and climb up the rankings. You're now listening to the Insight AFL Show with your hosts, Big Horse, Skiddy, and Herbie.
G'day, and welcome to the Inside AFL Show. I am your host, the Supercoach Big Horse, and with me, as always, Skiddy, frothy in hand. How are you, mate?
Gotta love Scotch. Good to see you, horsey boy. Yes, here for another big round 8, my boy. Yep, it's flying now. Like, my God, we're like, what, 1/3 into the season? Oh, yep. My God. How you doing, though, horsey boy?
Yeah, good. Just, a steady week at work, come home, have some dinner, a couple of frothies, Denzel Frothingtons, as we like to call them, and talk some footy. But you're right, it's round 8, mate. We are a third of the way once we complete this round through the AFL season already. So tonight we're going to talk in trade-ins, who to fade, injuries, captains. We might go through the cone of the week again and a few other cool other perks that we've got in there. But if you haven't yet, please hit like and subscribe. If you haven't jumped in our Discord yet, Inside Unlimited is live, and for less than 50 cents a week, you'll get access to everything we do. Our insights, trades, captains, exclusive premium Q&A, every round of Supercoach, and a few other cool perks. Entry to our Discord will always be free if you just want to get involved and talk footy with everyone that's in our community. We've got almost 1,000 in there now, so we're looking pretty good. Now, before we get into some other stuff, Mixed Mates, who is in our Unlimited League, 913351. I repeat, 913351. He's currently sitting 21st overall.
Oh, boy, how about that? Hats off to you, Mixed Mates. That is bloody-sational. Also, too, we have to always give a shout-out to our man Skits Fitz, who's in chat, and I'm pretty sure he's still top 100 as well. So the boys are cracking along this year.
Aren't they? That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Love to see it.
Our 5-star review, mate. So what we need you to do is go onto Apple Podcasts and give us a 5-star review. AFL, NRL, BBL, and just tell us how good we are, I guess. 5-star review. And you leave your comment. You go into the draw to win free apparel, thanks to us here at Inside Fantasy Sports. The first winner will be drawn tomorrow night. So beanies, jumpers, shirts, hats. But we're also very excited to let you people know at home that the Insight online store is now open. So the link is in the description. You can go in, peruse the items that are in there, and help yourself. We are very excited to get that off the ground. Hey, mate.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. You can get these beanies. I'm obviously extremely excited for that stubby cooler. Obviously, I drink a lot of piss, so very, very, very happy about that. You can get one of these nice jumpers that me and Horse are both repping. I know they look like they're different colors, but they are the same.
My camera's just shit. Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely. So, that's very, very exciting that we can see people walking around with the Insight merch, because the boys have done a ripping job on this.
Yeah,
we go from like 4s to 5s wearing this. Get yourself an extra spot on the ladder.
Yep. And if you're a 10 out of 10, be ready to take over Brad Pitt's mantle as the best looking bloke in the world. But before we get into games, we've got to talk squeeze of the week, don't we?
Squeeze of the week is open another week. Again, just a quick shout out. Ray levels up. He had Gorney last week, and he's taken home the prize. He's got a DM me or Horse, and he gets his great prize pack from the standard squeeze. So all you have to do to enter is drop it in the comments right now. Drop it in the comments once this goes up as a video, or jump into our Discord. There is a subsection underneath AFL Supercoach. You put in which player you think is going to get the top score of the round in Supercoach, what score that is. First in, best dressed. So if you choose the same one as the same player and number as, let's say, Asa, as he always does, of 169, for Gorn, you cannot choose Gorn for 169 as much as Kizza likes to as well, and the other boys all like to choose 169.
Yep.
But that's just the way it goes. So first in, best dressed. And good luck to you boys. Horsey boy, I'm going a big one this week. I think it's going to be Bontempelli again.
Do you?
Yeah, Bontempelli against Hawthorn. I'm expecting a large score. He's going to bounce back beautifully.
Okay. Nice.
Thanks.
Go on.
Go on, yeah.
No, I'm going to get saucy, but I'll let you know mine later.
Yep.
All right. So to start us off, guys. What's that? Sorry?
I said I like mattresses, one of Harley Reid. He knows football.
Matrix is our man, NRL man, loves his stuff. But our first lot of games are brought to you by our long-term sponsors. And yeah, they've been here since the start, the Standard Squeeze, who are helping you drink responsibly and conveniently. You can go to the website, thestandardsqueeze.com, and use the code IFS 15 to get yourself 15% off everything in store. Now, tonight, as we can see, there's Skiddy holding the 4-1.
Yes, sir.
You get black. I've got the orange one. You can get blue. You can get pink for the misses, or as I did to Phil, Golden Tonsils, I may have sent him a pink one to say thanks for his troubles.
Our other winner as well, Chloe, who won Squeeze of the Week 3 weeks ago, she just got hers, and it was pink, and her boyfriend was very, very upset that it did not come in a color that he could use.
Whoops. But tonight, we've got a little extra flavor for the viewers at home, Skiddy.
Oh, flavor.
So, with our teams, as coordinated by you, I can't take credit for this one because I think it's a cracking idea. We are now nominating each game that each team will play for a cup.
Yes, sir.
That cup will be named after a player, no matter how good or how shit they were, that has played at both clubs who are versing each other in that round.
Correct.
So, for example, our first game tonight, we have the Crom versus Port Adelaide.
Yes, sir.
Who is the cup named after?
Oh, the cup. There's not many players that have played for both Crom and Port. So this week we have the Billy Frampton Cup.
Ah, Billy Frampton, you spud.
So yes, we go into Crom versus Port. Crom, debutant, Dan Curtin. We love to see this. 175K. Do not go too early. We want to see what Dan Curtin's role is going to be. There could be back as a third tall defender, kind of like Jakey Lever at Melbourne. He could play forward. He can play bloody anywhere. He is that good that he can do it all. So it'd be very interesting to see where Nix plays him. Good one to say there. Rory Laird, though, Horse, is he back? Or was this just because it was a North pantsing?
It was North pantsing.
Absolutely, mate. I could agree with that there. That's where I'm going with. He had a 149 last week. So, yeah, but shit ass before that. So, no thanks. Matt Crouch. Crouch potato? No, thank you.
No.
Do not pick him up. Absolutely not. But Jordan Dawson, Horse, this is where we're interested, aren't we?
I am very interested. He doesn't fit in with my plan, so I think I may have missed the boat on this one. He's got a break even of 24 still too.
Yep, he looks very nice.
He looks very juicy, very moist, and I would love to slide myself into a bit of Dawson, but I can't this week. But I think he's going to be, this is the cheapest he's going to be for quite some time. 111K, break even of 116. Not bringing him in this week, are we?
No, we're not. No, the break even's a bit low, but that's what happens when the ball hardly goes down into the Adelaide backline last week. So he's down a score. Isaac Rankin, though, 493K, break even of 84. Can he be a top 6 forward that you're going to hold? It's ums and ahs at the moment because we don't have a lot of forwards that we can go. Rankin's a nice one. He's getting CBAs. He does well when he plays forward.
Yeah.
It doesn't excite me as much as others, but
no, I'm going to say top 12. Yeah.
Righto. Yeah. Righto. I can see that, mate.
And Cook, he had a good game last time, but we're not really worrying about him Supercoach wise. I don't really like cheese. I'm not cheating on you, brother. You're all mine. For Port, Butters, he had a down week last week, but he's still got a heap of the pill. 134 last time against the Crom. He's got 154 break even. Do you think he gets that, or do you think we can get him for cheaper next week?
I reckon we can get him cheaper next week, but bloody hell, I wouldn't put it past Butters to be able to get this. He could definitely go huge. Houston, let's just keep on holding. There's no reason to drop him. If you don't have him, you'd definitely be looking at him. He's one of the best defenders in the AFL at the moment. Rosie, though, Horsey. A lot of reports, unfucking believable. He was done last week.
Yeah, but if you saw the way that he hurt himself, it's sort of he went up with a two-legged jump. It was like a jarring issue. Like it wasn't like a hamstring pull. So yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
Like
right,
it could have been, it could have just, and it's happened before to me where, you land and it puts your back out, or you get a sharp pain through your back, and then a couple of weeks, a bit of R&R, you go get a massage, you see a chiro, he pops things back into place, and happy days. So yeah. For Ian Johnson, they were reporting a hamstring injury to Rosie, but they're saying that he's all good. Now, our next one, Jordan Sweet, who's on our thumbnail for this week. He has a break even of minus 113. The issue shouldn't be whether you're bringing him in or not.
Correct.
Because he has the potential to make 200 to 250K in 2 weeks. But do you have him as R2 or R3?
Yeah, that's the tough one. I have him currently as R3 because I have Lloyd Meek, as everyone knows, because I fucked up. But yeah, Meek's still got a slow break even. So I'm bringing him in as R3 and then I'll ship Meek off and then I'll probably throw Sweet into R2. I think he can just keep getting hundies. But we know that Riley O'Brien is a very good defensive ruckman. So
absolutely,
it'd be risky to be starting Sweet.
Yeah, I actually don't mind this. I don't mind this matchup for Sweet against O'Brien. Like Sweet's a big dude. So for me, like other people, I've got Gawn in English, and I'm not about to drop English to make him my R2. So he'll be one of those ones that's sitting on my bench, who I'll trade off when his buy comes around once he's sitting at 450K.
Let me ask you this, Horse.
Yeah.
Seeing as it is the first game of the round, let's say Sweet goes well.
Yep.
What score would he have to get for you to bench either Tingles or Gawn for Sweet's score? What score would that have to be?
Oh, fuck.
Considering Tingles is going up against Hawthorn and Gawn is the best player in Supercoach right now.
160.
Fucking hell. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm confident that English could have another big week against Hawthorn, and Gawn is the best player in Supercoach. So
well said.
Yeah. And I don't like cheese. I've got to make reference to this because we're talking about Port Adelaide. I am scared as a Rosie owner. I think that they will play him more forward this week. Am I expecting a 130, 140 score? No. But if he gets 100, I'm pretty happy. So
I can say that too, mate. Someone I'm not happy with, Mr. I piss with the toilet seat down while standing up and sometimes pissing all over the floor and make my mum clean it up. Jason Horne-Francis, break even of 98. I think, you can hold him, but, it's if you still have him, it's almost time to ship him off. Wines, same. That rotation is just too hard for them to get the maximum scores that they can. Jace Burgoyne, though, shit me. I told you about this man weeks ago,
yes,
Horsey boy.
You did. Yes,
he is now currently at 321K. He's made 141K this season, and he's got a break even of minus 21. He has been on fire as of late.
He's been really good. Yep, I've picked him up in a draft league and looking forward to playing him this week. It'll be interesting to see who gets the Sam Powell-Pepper replacement as the small pressure forward. I think it'll be Darcy Byrne-Jones.
Yep, he still plays there as well. I think it could be Mead maybe moving from the sub role, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Jason Horne-Francis down there a bit more, actually.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Just to fulfill that, that bull kind of role, even though Horne-Francis can't play a lick of fucking defense, but that's all right.
Yeah. Horne-Francis is the type of bloke that would go to McDonald's and just deliberately order extra pickles on his cheeseburger.
Fuck. Brilliant. All right.
Yeah. For those of you in the chat too that are asking questions, Skiddy and I will get to them at the end. We are not ignoring you. And as I go through, I am starring them. So
we never ignore our fam. Never. Right. We will get back to it in a little bit. All right. Let's go to Carlton versus Collingwood, Horse.
So which cup would we be playing for in the Collingwood versus Carlton game?
Few we could have gone with here, but we're going with the Heat Scotland Cup to start off with. Yeah.
Scotland Cup.
Heat Scotland,
yes. A blast from the past. Was he a premiership player at Collingwood?
I reckon he was.
Yeah,
I reckon 2010. I reckon he got it. Yep. He definitely didn't win at Carlton, I'll tell you that much.
No. Anyway, for the Blues. I'd like to give this first player a bit of a shout out because I think it's a sneaky VC option, and that's Sam Walsh. So
Yeah, sorry.
Sam Walsh is 608k. He's got a break even of 114. He's got 107 average against Collingwood. But we know that the 102k rookie Sullivan's making his debut this week.
Yep.
We know that De Goey is out. We know that Tom Mitchell is out. With a depleted midfield that Collingwood have, Cripps, Walsh could go really large here.
Yep, I can definitely agree with that and say that. And Cripps has been the model of consistency all the year this year. I can't believe it, actually, how well he's doing Supercoach-wise. I mean, for normal play, yeah, this is about his level, but Supercoach-wise, he's been unbelievable. So, yeah, I reckon I could see them going absolutely massively too. Also, too, to the guys in the chat real quickly, when we do bring up these cups, please keep putting in your guys' ones because they are fucking hilarious. And we'll happily read them out if they're better than mine. So please do. Don't really care about him, just like saying his name.
Nope.
Could be a test for him with Darcy Moore, I'll tell you that much. Kerno, same thing, up and down. I wouldn't be having him, but that's all right. Nick Newman, though. Nicky Newman, 482k. He's got a break even of 78. I was higher on him a couple of weeks ago, and now I'm just like, he's not blowing me out the water. It's not the same Nick Newman that we had from a couple of years ago. Yeah, he might get like a ton, but it doesn't excite me around that price.
No, not at that price. And last week, I don't think he took a kick out, did he? Zach Williams took all the kick outs, but I reckon that'll change this week. Zach Williams, people raving about him getting all the kick outs, that's not going to stick. If you're holding him, you're hoping he makes another 20, 30k, but it's nearly time to move. Break even of 80 for Zach Williams. He's not a primo either.
Kizza just corrected us. Scotland played for Collingwood when they lost those two grand finals to Brisbane. One.
Did Collingwood lose?
But Collingwood lost 2 premierships to Brisbane in a row.
Thank you,
Kizza. That was well worth it.
We can't lose finals if we don't make it. So happy days. And Elijah Hollands, 301k, break even of 30. Nah. And Jack Carroll, if you've still got him, get rid of him. For Collingwood, Nick Dacos, 592k. So he's made nearly 50k since the buy. Break even of 78. Historically, he doesn't score that well against the Blues, but he might have to this week for them to stand a chance.
Yep, 100%. And he's going to be the main guy in the middle, I guess. You can throw Pendlebury and Cripps and stuff like that in there. Maybe Lipinski as well, but he's going to have to be the guy to step it up and really get in tough. Bruzzy Maynard, he was pickups earlier. Nope, not anymore. Nah, no thanks. Cameron, stuff that he is, mate, he is a blind date because you never know what you're going to get out of him.
He's an absolute blind date, yep.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
I'll find it.
Cameron Cloak is another good one as well. I thought about that one.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
I wanted the Heathy Scotland Cup to start off with. Lipinski, same as Cameron. Nah, blind date. De Goey's not even playing anymore, so we're going to have to see someone else come into the midfield, so that's going to be interesting to see. Harvey Harrison, though. I know people are looking at him because, he played his first game and he's cheap, but he's got no job security.
Nope. None. Jack Crisp could be a shout if you're looking not so much for Supercoach, but if you're looking at disposal markets. I think he'll play midfield a lot this week. But trying to pick another Pies player is almost near impossible. Now, our next game, it involves GWS, who have been taking the piss out of the Sydney Swans a little bit, as we've seen on social media this week. But
love it.
There's not many players that would have played for GWS and Sydney, though. Would there be, Skiddy?
No, there actually is not, Horsey Boy. I think there was 3, I think, from the top of my head. And obviously it has to be a retired player. And I'm sure a lot of people in the chat would be able to pick up this one. But the Battle of the Bridge is so far not the biggest, most important thing in this game because it's the Shane Mumford Cup. Big money!
He ate like 40 hot dogs in a sitting, didn't he? He loves it.
Do you remember that game where he started off the game and he had I forgot who he was playing against, but he had 7 free kicks in the first quarter against him, and he was just running into people.
Angry.
He was like, "Stuff it! I'm just going to run into people." Big Mumfos, what a man,
mummy.
Talk to us about GWS here, Horse.
Tom Green, love it.
Porn star.
579k, only a break even at 91. He'll go over 600k this week. Last 3 against the Swans. 126, 118,
Ooh.
164.
Oh.
He could go super duper 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 large without
Yep.
Canelio inside. Lockie Ash is a bit all over the place. We're not touching him. Lockie Whitfield for Dr. Hamo, if he's in the chat, please be listening, mate, because he's averaging well over 90, mate. He's only had 1 ton the last time he's played the Swanzo, 125 last week. Kelly, we called this one without Canelio, mate.
Yep, absolutely.
He's gone to 566K with a break even of 62.
Damn. He has been absolutely flying. 130 last week, absolutely thriving. Just be mindful that Cogs will be back soon. Callahan, he's not for Supercoach as much as people want him to be, but he is a jet and he is going to be so good for years to come. Harvey Thomas, 268K, break even to 49. I think he's about priced out. We can probably ship him the fuck off. Briggsy, 484K, break even of 105. I'm still keeping watches on him, Horse. I know he hasn't been playing that well this year, but I'm keeping tabs on him just to see if I want to add to him.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Look, him, Witts, and Marshall have all been pretty shit as of late, and they're all dropping cash. They could definitely be a couple of rises for those that don't have Tingles, Grundy, or Gorn.
For sure. Cadman, so see you, mate. Jacob Weir, job security's there, but see ya. Lee Collier.
Interesting.
For those of you that are looking to bring in Lee Collier, I don't think he sticks when Sam Taylor's back.
Yep.
When you got the likes of him and Jack Buckley and Himmelberg, I think he's the first one out.
Yep, I agree there. But, people were, he's got a minus 43 break even.
That's right.
But
So if you want to take the risk,
Yeah, but Sam Taylor could definitely be back this week after his concussion. And Darcy Jones, 123K forward. I know he had a great game last week. Kid's got so much skill. But
just wait.
No Toby Green, no Brent Daniels. And that is massive because there's no chance that Darcy Jones is playing over those two. I'm sorry. There's not.
No,
that's why we're waiting this week. And that's just how it be. I think he can play higher up the ground as well. But
I think he can. Yeah, he has a little bit of spark, doesn't he? A little bit of X factor.
I mean, I could see him taking over Jacob Weir's role, even though Weir's playing it well. But shit, Darcy, he's got so much speed and so much quickness. And I really love the way he moves and uses the ball.
I think he takes over Harvey Thomas's role when Green comes back.
Yep, I can definitely see that. For the Bloods.
For the Bloods, mate. A lot of people are calling for the Bleached Arsehole Cup every week against Sydney or for Sydney. Maybe 1 week. We'll see how we go. But he's only played for the Sydney,
overdo it. Yeah, he's only played for Sydney. We can't overdo it. But don't you worry, Scorched Asa. Boys, don't worry. The Bleached Arsehole is coming up. Don't you worry about that.
For Heaney, he's got an average still of 134, 120 in a game last week where he sat most of the last quarter. He's so good.
Oh, yeah, he is. Bloody oath. He is absolutely sensational. And I think he can go well again. They're going to be putting him in the midfield and he's going to be trying his ass off against the Giants because it's always a good game between these two. So, that. What about Grundos?
553K break even of 76. This is my big call for the week.
Oh, here we go.
I would drop him for Jordan Sweet.
Damn.
That's hot.
That is a huge call.
Huge call.
Right.
But
okay.
You could bank 400K here and use that 400K to go up to Real or Merritt.
Interesting. Do like that because Grundy can hit and miss. Rao is just super consistent. I love that. So can see that. Errol, 125 break even, 588K, 112 average last week against Giants. Don't mind it, but I'm not bringing him in. If you have him, you're holding. Obviously, you'd still be holding this if you have him this whole time. The full neck lizard, Nick Blakey, 557K. I mean, he's going all right. He's trucking along. I'm not bringing him in at any point, but I love his game and I love the way he plays. Shout out to Scorched Missos.
Hello, Scorched Misso.
Leached Arsehole. Chad Warner. 520K. I'm still not picking him. Don't care. As much as he probably plucks the shit out of his bleached arsehole, I am not plucking or picking or bleaching him at all.
Yep. There's been a little bit of chatter on social media lately about Matt Roberts and people thinking that he's almost priced out.
I disagree.
I disagree too. If you're scoring your solid 80s or 90s each week, then why wouldn't you just hold him until the buys and then upgrade then?
Yeah, and Swannies are using him well. Look, anything we're getting now is just a bonus. Like, let's be honest here. Even if he gets to the buy and he's what, 409K? If he's 400K when it gets to the buy rounds, like, happy days. Who gives a shit?
Happy days. Yep. Jake Lloyd.
Couldn't give a shit. Just wanted to say the name.
I see Ray Lapau in the chat next week. Roberts to Petraka. Potentially, but I reckon there's other ways you can get to Petraka, mate, because I don't think he's getting his break even this week either. Jordan, break even 45. Nah, we told you to sell 3 weeks ago. If you still got him, you got rocks in your head.
Yep, bloody hell.
At 4:35 p.m. Australian Eastern usual time.
Yep.
We see the Saints
the best time.
play the Kangas in. There's been Nick Del Santo that's been brought up, but I think we've found better.
Corey has nailed it on the head. The Farron Ray Cup.
Absolutely.
Yes, Corey. Bang on the money, mate. The Farron Ray Cup. Absolutely.
Yep.
It's a big prize to play for, Horse. Farron Ray, great player, as we know.
Yep.
Sheezy, 648K. Hold. I don't care where he's playing. He's still the She's God. He's still going to get the ball. North need the ball in his hands. Tristan Xeri, 535K. Break even of 60. Made 128K so far. And I'm just glad that at least he's not grabbing out of the ruck. Now let's see if he can actually tap it down the boys'
to his
throat.
team. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Do you want to know a stat though, Horse?
Go.
Third in the AFL this year for ruckman to midfielder taps to players is Tristan Xeri to LDU. But they're not to advantage at all. His advantage rate are shithouse. It's to LDU, but it's not to LDU, if that makes sense. It's tapped in his area, but it's not to him.
It needs to be better.
Yep, needs to be way better. LDU, in saying that though, 518K, cheap as all shit right now. Break even of 84. Hopefully he continues his form from last week.
Yep.
But Horse, Catalina wine mixer. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, pow. Tell me about him, mate, because a little bit of alarm bells are going off.
I sold him.
Yep.
Sold him last week. 414K. We saw the writing on the wall. For those of you on the Inside Unlimited chat, you would know that we predicted that with Will Phillips coming into the team, with Clarko throwing around the magnets, that he would lose his CBAs. And sure enough, he had 0 CBAs until the last quarter. I love that from Skits Fits.
I do too.
Value.
Yeah. Brilliant. Also, too, Asa, Kizza.
Yep.
Trust me when I say Farron Ray played for North, all right? Don't you dare put my North knowledge into it.
You know what? I'm backing them because no one watches North anyway. So
fuck you.
The Condom, he's got a 55 break even. Should get a good crack at it this week. Job security is still good, mate.
Yep, absolutely. Job security is still there 100%. Also, too, we heard Dawson is now another 1 to 2 week setback. So Biggie probably holds his spot in the team for another 1 to 2 weeks. Please come back, Dawson.
Yep. McKercher, he's got a break even of 8, 250K. Job security is awesome, and he really stepped up last week. Hopefully that stays. Biggie, break even of 8. I don't care. Drury, break even of 7, and I don't care.
Not even close.
I do care.
Yes.
210K, break even of 14, 80 last week. Pushed up the ground, looked more involved. It'll be hard against the Saints lockdown defense, but should still go okay, mate.
Yep, absolutely. I think, Dersma, I mean, it's probably a little bit too much of a risk at 210K, but, we're starting to lose players that we can actually get value with job security. I mean, we can do worse, but, it's one of those ones. Riley Hardiman, I thought he looked great last week. Riley Hardon.
Yes, sir.
Watch, the job security is not as solid as we think. Fisher was the sub last week. He plays pretty much the exact same role. So, that's just it for Riley Hardon. St Kilda, Jack Steele. Wow.
Don't like it.
No training for Jack Steele this week, and that is
was not seen on the track, wasn't even running laps. And I've done a little bit of digging, and last year he had a 4-game stretch where he did not reach double-digit kicks, and he averaged 2 marks per game. We can clearly see that he's hurt. In the last 2 games combined, he has averaged 13 kicks and 29 handballs. When he averages less than 10 kicks, he averages just over 80. When he averages over 10 kicks, he averages north of 120. If he doesn't kick the ball, his scoring depreciates a heck of a lot. This is my big call for the week. I know I gave one earlier, but this is my big call for the week. I've been big on Steele all year. He's made us 80K now, even though he lost coin last week. I've sold him this week.
Oh, huge. Fair enough.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yep.
You got to make these hard calls.
Yep, absolutely do.
Yep. And if he doesn't play, and then after the stinker, so we'll have to wait and see how he goes with that with the old Jack Steele. But Brad Hill, he's been 99 average in his last 3. He's been looking very, very good, but weird price can't have him there, especially that he's just a midfielder. If he was a defender, I'd probably be more intrigued. Marshall, 545K. He has a break even of 198. Rowan Marshall does. Could be close to 500K, and he desperately needs a rest. Just sit him, bring in Tom Campbell. Come on, there's nothing wrong with it, Saints. Come on, Ross.
If you had Marshall,
yeah,
I know we said it about Grundy before. Would you drop Marshall for Sweet?
I mean, that's like, when you think about it, right, it's about 100K turnaround this week if he plays. Because he could drop 50K and Sweet could make 50K. It's a big goal.
Sweet could make 100K this week.
Shit.
I was looking before. I'll quickly do the maths.
I'm more interested in looking at Marshall, the fact that he could be right for the picking in a couple of weeks. If he gets a rest and then goes down 500, he could be beautifully priced.
If Jordan Sweet scores 85 this week, he makes 91K.
Shit.
So I'm actually banking that he's going to make more.
Okay.
If Marshall scores 93, like they're projecting him to, he's going to lose almost 50K. So that's nearly 150K turnaround.
Yep. Bang on the money. Wow, that is a big one there. All right, let's swing him for the Wang and let's get rock hard for the boner, because I am calling it this week. But if you still have the boner, do not drop him this week. North are shocking against halfbacks, and they allow so much run and turnover. Wang's going to have a day. Boner's going to have a day. It's going to be some absolute big swinging dicks off of halfback for St Kilda this week.
Yeah, we've got big dick energies coming up here, lads.
Yes,
Jack Sinclair, do you think he could be a sneaky VC option then against North Melbourne?
Hey, if you have Jack Sinclair, you are definitely slapping the VC on Jack Sinclair, because he is absolutely towered up North the last few times that they've played him. I'm pretty sure he had 140 last time out against them. Okay. Halfback as well. Running, yep, he'll absolutely belt it. Darcy Wilson, 294K, and he's got a break even of 0, Horse. Mate, we were going to sell this bloke bloody weeks ago, and now he's still sticking around.
He actually looks like one of better St Kilda's better players at the moment.
He does. The only thing I'm worried about now is if Mason Wood comes back and what's going to happen there, if they're going to swing Brad Hill off the wing or Darcy Wilson off the wing, because Wood does play that wing. But I'd love to see Wood play halfback, because then we get Boner, Wang, and Wood all on the halfback.
Good call.
Thank you. Purely for my own amusement.
Michito Owens.
Yep. I just think he's going to have an absolute fucking day out.
Yep.
I just think he's going to absolutely take the piss this week. It's just a game that I reckon he's primed for. Hugo Garcia. 156K, break even of -20. And if Steele is out, he could be one of the men in the midfield along with Windhager. I would think maybe a little bit for Philippou, but I think it'd be more Garcia, Windhager, these kind of players.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Maybe even Crouch. Is he lined up to return? Hope that fuckhead Jimmy Webster plays so someone can belt the fuck out of him.
No, I think he's in. I think he's playing. I saw something that I think he's named.
Oh, good. Someone's got to fucking line him up and take that prick out. No place to fucking aim for someone's head like that, especially in a preseason game. That's just dog.
So if there's a market on Jimmy Webster being hit, it's probably at $1.05, and Skiddy is recommending you sell the mortgage and put it all on that.
Cam Zerha, Tristan Xeri are going right after that dog.
Yeah, Mason Wood may return. We'll have to see whether he's named or not. And Jimmy Webster, I believe he's back.
I've heard rumblings that Wood's back.
I tell you what,
Mm-hmm.
Saturday night we have got an absolute ripper for you, where the D's host the undefeated Cats.
Yep.
In the
Brett Maloney Cup.
Oh,
yes.
that's a huge
Bretty
one.
Maloney. What a man he was. A couple of banger goals for Melbourne, I'll tell you that much. Sam Blease Cup for Melbourne and Geelong. Oh, sorry, Corey. You got one at least.
That's not a bad call
bang
as well.
on the money, mate.
Yeah.
So for the D's, Maxi fucking gone. Let's just keep on keeping on 710K.
Yeah, don't sell him short.
Sorry, mate. Most amount of points so far this year for in Supercoach. Yep, just keep on doing.
Fun fact.
Yep.
The Supercoach data or champion data have him projected to score 148 this week.
I think that's a bit low.
He has a break even of 107.
Yep.
They are projecting that he's going to make another 20K this week.
Bloody hell. Fade Gorn was a shocking idea, wasn't it? Fuck his stupid bloody knee injury in that round 1 game. You bastard. Sex Track, break even of 188. Not the week to bring him in. Could drop more next week. Turner, don't even think about bringing him in earlier. I do not want to hear it. No, we're not doing that. Clary, though, Horse.
Yeah, did you know Petraka's got a break even of 188?
Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah, that's phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Like, it's outrageous. So definitely don't be bringing him in this week. It's definitely next week. But Clary, Horse, talk to me about it. Is it time for the red-headed marvel?
I've actually planned to get him in next week. So he has got a break even of 120. They predict that he's going to score another 80 this week and he could lose another 20K. So Clayton Oliver at 445K.
Oh, my.
I would absolutely bang that shit in my side.
100%. I just want to see that hand.
He does look better. He looked better last week.
He looked a lot better last week. Yeah, he looked a lot more fluent. He looked like he didn't give a shit about going into contents. So, I rate that too.
Yep. Howes, actually, before we do, Clary, 8 career games against the Cats and never scored over 100.
Yes, sir.
Good
so there you go.
Maybe, brother.
Maybe this is the week.
Howes, 256K. He's got a break even of -2.
It's unbelievable.
And he stays on like skiddies on the sheets.
This is so unbelievable. Good. He was gone weeks ago. Yep. And now he's just sticking around like shit marks on the sheets. Unbelievable. And is that it for Melbourne, Horse? No, it's not.
No, it's not because we got one more. Can you call it, please?
It seems like the last player there is Harrison Petty, the current leader of the Coty, the Cone of the Year standings.
Dual winner so far already.
Congratulations, Harrison Petty. 2 Cone of the Week so far this year. That's right, 2. Count them, 2. So, yeah, let's just see if he can score more than 6. He could be at 220K this week.
Oh, he's so bad, isn't he?
Sorry, Harrison Petty. Weak as piss. Be better. Beautiful.
Sorry, mate.
Love that.
For Geelong, Maxi Holmes, 485K, 109 Supercoach points last week. He was brilliant last week. Break even of 71. Cameron, 500K, slap bang on. Break even of 101. He's flying and playing all around the ground. He doesn't really score that well against Melbourne, though, does he?
Jakey Lever normally gets the matchup on him. And, he normally holds him pretty well. I'm pretty sure he's had, I think he was -2 and he got injured in that game. And then 60 and 60 the 2 before that.
Yeah.
So, not great for Jezza. Bows, 445K, break even of 50. I'm worried, Horse, because he went very defensive role when Guthrie and Danger were back. He was still in the CBAs, but he went like a semi-tagging role against the Carlton midfield, which didn't fill me with a lot of confidence. I know Danger's now out, but for someone that I want in my midfield at 443K, I just don't trust it that he's going to be like, the star guy that we need him to be.
Do you know who I trust without Dangerfield in the side?
Are you going to say Tanner Bruin? Are you going to say
No.
Cam Guthrie? Because I hope
Yes.
it's going to be Cam Guthrie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cam Guthrie at 420k. We still get another week to look at him, but 27 touches in his return game last week for only 82 Supercoach points. I think at 420k, if he can average just 100, that might be a nice stepping stone up from if you've still got Dempsey or if you've still got Sharp and you're holding this week. He could be, you go up 100k and you've got a Cam Guthrie who I think he was priced at like 570k at one stage. So
yeah.
This year. This is in years gone by. But I think if we can get a 4-week run out of him before the buys where he can make us 100k, then that, again, might be a nice stepping stone into a premium.
Category there.
Tanner Bruin. Great game last time out with 104, but my agates, as well as your agates, they're both not big enough to bring him in.
Mm-hmm.
And Dempsey.
Yep.
What are you doing with him?
I'm pissing off the love child of Draco Malfoy and Dobby. He's gone. Can't do it anymore, mate. Yeah, Travis just said Zach Guthrie. I love how Zach Guthrie plays. He's so good with ball in hand. Love it, but not for Supercoach, mate. It's just too much of a weird price for me. All right, Horsey.
Yep.
I know you're getting keen for...
For those of you in the chat that are asking questions, we will get to them at the end. We just see that there's quite a few new ones in the chat. So
absolutely, Horse. I'll let you read this one, mate, because I know you're very excited because Saturday night we see Perth and we see the Bombers and the Weagles. Whose cup are we giving it to, Horse?
It is the Scott Cummings Cup.
Yes!
Cummings! Yeah, Cummings. And, yes. I think someone actually called him. Kizza.
Yeah, Kizza got it. Attaboy, Kiz.
For the Eagles, Elliot, 610k, 3-round average of 136. He has been unbelievable. If you got on him, awesome. If you didn't like me, fuck.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. Pudding McGovern, 515k. If you got him, you're holding him, but you're not buying him. W Train,
what a man.
525k, 133 average in his last 3. This is fucked.
133 in his last 3 average.
That's
W Train is taking the piss.
He's taking the PI 55.
Yeah. He's going to fuck Ben Mackay.
Oh, that's a big call. Liam Duggan, 515k, break even of 84. Nope. Harley Reid is back this week, 393k. He's still got a negative 30 break even.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. He looks fair. Yeah, can't wait to see him back here. This is going to be huge for him over in the West as well, in front of the home fans.
Yep.
Yeah, boy.
And is it Luke Edwards, 196k defender? Yep. Don't go early. He got 83 last week. That's awesome, but no.
Yep.
Players to watch for Essendon in the Scott Cummings Cup.
Cummings. Hang on, Horse, real quickly.
Go.
Asa, it's not the J train. It is the W train, and don't you dare tell me otherwise. You are here on this podcast. Come on, mate.
I'll tell you what, the people in the chat are getting right around it.
I love it.
Hey, for Ian Johnson in the chat, 15 tackle breaks for Harley. There's a chance that Nick Hind made his own fend off and slap himself in the face before Harley Reid gets a chance. He will run flat out at Harley Reid, panic, then run faster, panic, slap himself in the face, and then give the ball to Harley and then run the other way.
Mate, if Nick Hind gets close to trying to tackle Harley Reid's going to fend him off to Freo. It's going to be right out of the stadium.
Absolutely. Zach Merritt, 640k, 3-round average of 114, but he's got a season average of 124. Would love for him to step up this week. Nick Martin, nearly 600k. He's rolling 120 last season against the West Coast. Is he a top 6 defender?
Yeah. I think we're pretty comfortable in saying that now. Yeah.
Yep. McGrath, 517k. He had 140 odd last week. He has good ones and he has shit ones. I just don't like the consistency there. Caldwell's been pretty nice for those of you that bought him in early. I know one of the good friends of the show, Jimmy Mancuso, who played a lot of TAC Cup and played some good footy himself, bought in Jai Caldwell, and he scored extremely large last week. He nearly nudged 2,500. 104 average for Caldwell in the last 3 weeks. Can he keep it up?
I don't know, Horse. I mean, yeah, you'd think it'd be nice to keep him with West Coast coming up, but yeah, I don't. I mean, forward line, so I guess you got a little bit of breathing room there. So yeah, I guess you could hold him for a little bit longer. Darcy Parish, though.
Yeah,
this one's you, Horse.
This one's killing me because I really want to bring him in. I think this is as cheap as we're going to get him, but I can't. What's the word for it? I do not have the testicular fortitude to be able to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree there, mate. But I can see the appeal. It is Parish, around this, these lower price mid primos that we've had. Him, Dawson, LDU kind of thing. I don't know how much.
We've got to think back. I know it was the preseason, but he played a preseason games. He played a preseason game. Who was it against? Was it against St Kilda? And he kicked 3 goals. He had 30-something touches and scored 150-something Supercoach points. And he had that hamstring strain.
Yeah.
And he was out for a few weeks. So there's a very high ceiling there. The only thing that's erring me away is the emergence of the likes of Durham and Caldwell.
Yeah, Durham has to stay in the midfield.
He has to. He's been so good. Draper, after putting his stuff up on social media about the Western Bulldogs and now with Bevo's coaching, everyone's going to leave.
Oh, he's fucking spot on, but he is bang on the money.
Do you know how he got his intel?
How?
From your friends at the Insight Fantasy Sports.
Insight Fantasy Sports, 200K club.
But 340K, we're still waiting for Goldie to be dropped. Now tell me, is there anything better than seeing Draper do that to the Western Bulldogs and calling out Bevo?
I think one thing comes to mind, Horse, and that might be just the Insight Fantasy Sports World Cup.
Oh, you got it in one.
Bang.
So if you ever thought you were elite at Supercoach, well, now you can prove it with our year-round Insight Fantasy Sports Supercoach World Cup, featuring all 4 Supercoach sports in NRL, AFL, NBL, and BBL. It is $20 to enter before the buy round, so get in quick before we close it off. Your rankings will be calculated together, and the best performer over the 4 sports combined will take out the best Supercoach player in the world. Join our Discord, which is below in the description to find out more and register. Do you know how you're going in the Supercoach World Cup at the moment?
Nah, fuck all. I need Braino to help me out more with the NRL. So we'll see how we go. But we'll keep going. Also, too, just want to quickly apologise to Asa. Asa, we can agree to disagree. You can call him J-Train, but he's W-Train on this podcast.
So, Freo.
Yes.
They travel to the MCG to take on Richmond in the...
Oh, mate, someone's already got it in the chat. Corey Blackledge has done it again. The Reece Tonka Cup.
He's pretty switched on, Corey. I love it.
He's money, man. I'll tell you what, he's done well there. Yep, Reece Conker. He was the one that came to mind there. So we're running that. Caleb Sarong, 621K. I would love to see Freo midfield do what they did last week, 107 disposals between them. No, wait, that was not right. Yes, it is. 107 between them. Yeah, he's had a couple of 80s his last 3 against the Tigs, along with a 108. So we'll have to see how he goes there. Luke Ryan, keep holding. Sensational in the back line there. Brayshaw, I do not...
prefer others.
Yeah, I prefer others. Yep, thank you very much. Sean Darcy, though. 589K, break even 127, and he is currently on the bubble this week. He's had 1 ton in his last 3 versus the Tigers. Could drop cash. I'm not bringing him in, but far out, he's killing Jackson.
Yeah, he is. Jackson, 500K, he's getting killed by Darcy, but he's also getting killed by the big kahuna, Josh Tracy.
Josh Tracy.
Yeah, he's leading up the ground. He's got such a good set of hands, but I feel like with Richmond and their injuries, he could be a good go this week. Okay. He could really be a good go. Because then, are they going to run Nankervis and Naismith? Because, and if they do, I like my chances. Jackson going up against Naismith and his follow-up work and his work around the ground. So I'm going to back him in.
No, he's pissed me off too much. He's gone.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, I'm rage trading him. Fuck him.
Fuck him. Clark, 504K, hold, but he needs to step it up. Young, we're holding for now.
Yes.
Fifey, got an interesting stat for you, mate.
I'm listening.
He's the only one under 500K that has over 70% CBAs in the competition for forwards.
Way, that is beautiful. That's surprising too, because I thought Harley would have been up there too.
No,
Interesting.
Had to
Righto.
double check that. So,
Yep. He's been unbelievable.
He's been unbelievable. Break even 36. But we've put our heads together, mate. They're going to have an 8-day break by the time they take on Richmond.
Yes.
And then they've got a 5-day break, to when they play Sydney. So we remember Justin Longmuir saying that he may rest Fife at certain times to just make sure he gets through the season. I feel like he plays this game and he rests in Perth against Sydney.
Yep, I can definitely see that too, mate. Yep, bang on the money there, mate.
Yep.
Sharp, he's gone.
Gone!
He's gone.
Hang on. He's just not gone. He's
Get that garbage out of here!
Yeah, there it is. And
he's
Chapman,
real gone.
we were all very keen for in the preseason. 251k defender. Watch for him. Don't bring him in early. Let's just keep a watch here. I think he has the best job security out of Simpson and Voss, who played their first games last week. They're obviously a lot cheaper, 100%. But I think the job security is what you'd be rattling for Chapman. Just keep an eye on Voss and Simpson as well. I think Simpson has more job security than Voss.
Yep. For the Tigs, Nank, not looking at him.
Nope.
100%. We've lost one. He's a bit too up and down for a primo, but does play well against Freo historically. Bolton, this could be a absolute blind date, couldn't it?
Yep.
561k after last week, break even of 125 at the MCG against Freo, who are a blind date in themselves. Is it a chance that Richmond could win this?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, if this was in Freo, I would say no, but in the MCG, Richmond do play the MCG well. They still have enough vets there to be able to carry them over the line, I think, if it gets there. But I think, I think they still could. I would be tipping Freo, but I think Richmond could still win.
Baker, 489k. No.
I agree. It'd be some big balls to have that crack on Baker.
Big agates. We're going to bring someone up that's cheaper than that is a better play than Baker this week, we both believe. Yep. Sammy Naismith, 123k, break even of negative 66, but that 44 hurts. If you're in the position where you had Naismith, would you go sideways to Sweet to put Sweet as your R3? Yep.
Yeah, I'd go Sweet, yep.
Ralph Smith, he's got a break even of 9, 206k defender.
-9.
-9.
Yeah. You go Ralph Smith.
He's on the bubble.
206k defender. I mean, we don't have a lot of downgrade defenders, so job security would be all right too. That's an interesting one.
A little bit of something there.
Yeah, a little bit of something. You just have to kind of watch for the sub, I would say, but I think he's pretty well cemented in that team, and he's a good runner, and he's good with balls, so pushes forward sometimes.
Paddy Dow, 304k, break even of 9. He's on the clock, isn't he? For now, he'll score well now, but when the mids come back, he's out. Brown and Campbell, they're both priced out. Move them if you got them. And Lafau, 236k. You're not bringing him in, but he's got a break even of
-35. And if you're having him, you're holding him. I'm just a little bit worried about Freo's lockdown defense, but that's why you're not bringing him in. But if you still have him, beautiful. He's made 134k.
Heaps.
Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely love that for him. And you know what else is beautiful, Horse?
Yep, this guy. Ryan from Astute News said, are you wanting to buy your first home or even invest in property, don't know how? Or are you a current owner with an interest rate above 6.2%? Well, Ryan can guarantee you that there are better options for you. The best part is he will do it for free. Reach out to Ryan. His link is below. His link tree is below, or you can contact him on 0431 766 784. I think he's going to be very happy that I got link tree right 3 weeks ago.
Tree's in chat. Horse has done it again.
Tree's in the chat. On Sunday, we get the Dogs. Skiddy versus the Hawks. Has anyone picked it yet?
Yes, they have.
Ian Johnson.
Horsey. Ian Johnson nails it with the Matty Suckling Cup.
That is a blast from the past with one of the ugliest kicking styles, but boy, he got a bit of penetration, didn't he?
Bloody oath he did. Jeez, he was good though. I do love the bit of suckling. Let's go to the doggies first, mate. Marcus Bontempelli, 614k. Unbelievable how much price he's dropped this year. He's got a break even at 124. I think he clears that. He's got 115, 122, 136 in his last 3 versus the Hawks. I'd hope that he steps it up for us. But also this man, Tingles.
Yep.
591k, 134 last week, which is beautiful. Break even of 90, 143 last time versus the Hawks. Horse, do you reckon this is a return to form, or does he just like playing in the West?
A little from column A and a little from column B. I think it's a return to form, though, for Big Tingles. Libba, as confirmed on SEN Radio today, he is back this week. So for those of you who held Libba, awesome. And we love
that
to see
ankle
it.
injury must have been a bad ankle.
Must have been a real bad ankle. Trelaw, 3-round average of 114 without Libba, but with Libba back, we're not worrying.
Yep.
Daily Bale.
Daily Bale. Love to see it, mate. 457K. Break even of minus 45. And I've been saying it for the last week. He was a pickup. I didn't have the necessary players to go to him last week. My brother did and was laughing at me when he took my advice and I didn't. I'm still calling it, mate. He's top 6 defender from here on in. From 2 weeks ago when I said it, top 6 defender.
Big call. Well, this is one of the guys I'm bringing in this week. Why? Because even if he only averages 80 for the next couple of weeks, he's going to get me to 580K in a couple of weeks. And then I can go to Luke Ryan, or I can cash him in and a rookie and go to Rao or Merritt. So there's a bit going on in the chat. So we better move through this one pretty quick. Darcy, break even to 41. You can hold him for now if you have him. Jack McRae with liver back. I think it's going to hurt him. Break even to 76. It's a no for me, dog. Riley Garcia's on the bubble, mate. Break even to negative 74. Could make 50 this week. Without West and without Waitman, who has gone in for surgery.
Yep, I do. I don't mind that one, actually, in fairness. So, I don't mind a pickup of Garcia. I wouldn't be prioritising it because job security is not there, but still could make a good amount of cash in the next couple of weeks. So, I'm there for it. The Bukaki party, he's priced out, so I'm done with him. Yep. Caleb Daniel, though, 390K. He has a break-even of 136. If he keeps dropping and Bevo actually plays him a full game, we could be looking at something here, Horse, in our defence.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. But not touching him yet.
Yep. And what about the next guy?
Can I just do it?
Yeah, of course. Don't pick him. It's just Roy Lobb.
He's shit.
All right, let's go to the Hawks. Lloyd Meek, 452K. Fantastic to see a Hawthorn player actually average over 100 this year, so that's good. 106 last week. Trucking along. Yep. This will be a test, though, against Tingles. Break even of 56, so holding there. Sicily, 533K, break even of 100. Looking a lot better with Sarong there, and then he got subbed. He's still doing okay with Frost, but not
as good.
Big primo, that we expect from Sis. Now, Horse, my man, Dylan Moore.
Yes.
I see people talking and asking about it in chat. Let me just say this. I am bringing in Dylan Moore this week for Pow Pow, Catalina Wine Mixer, Tom Pow. He got 136 last week. He's got a break-even of 13. I rate the way he plays. I rate how he pushes up the ground. I like his forward pressure. I like his ability to run in and kick goals. He plays in the midfield as well. I reckon it's a great combination.
I'm on too.
Attaboy. Yes.
Absolutely. I did some research, mate, and I fucking love the role.
Yep.
I think in a Hawthorn team that's struggling for players that can get dangerous with the ball, he is probably the one who looks the best with ball in hand. So
was training a lot more midfield this week as well.
Yep, I like him. The Nuke, break even to 79, not touching him.
Yep, couldn't agree more there. Horse, I'm not allowed to say this one because obviously it's racist. So can you do the pleasure of us?
Massimo D'Ambrosio.
Yes. There
Pizza, pasta, wine, Ferraris, cars.
Lamborghini. Break even 45.
Yeah, hold him.
Yep, holding him. What if he doesn't play this week and you still have him?
Nah, depends if you got cover.
Yeah, mine's Blake Howes. So let's fucking hope he does well again. And the rest of Hawthorn, no.
Now, in the last, no one's picked it in the chat. There's a lot of people going early on the Brisbane Gold Coast game, which we love to see. But in the last game of the round, we have the Q Clash, which is Brisbane and Gold Coast.
Yes.
Who Skiddy are playing for the...
Mate, there's only one man that we can talk about when we're talking about Gold Coast and Brisbane, and that is the Jared Brennan Cup.
Yes! Yes,
sir. Jared Brennan, the man that just kicked like an absolute weirdo. One-handed pickups, just sidestepping everyone that he could. Oh, yeah. Give me a bit of Jared Brennan every day, man.
Oh, we love that, mate. We absolutely love it. Dunkley, 120 last week, 600K, spot on. 133 and 153 last year against the Suns. He needs some help, though, doesn't he?
Oh, bloody hell. They were absolute shocking last week. The Brisbane Lions, they got absolutely dismantled by the Giants. So, yeah, Dunkley was the only one that did something. They need to step it up. Lockie Neal, 590K, shithouse last week. He's got a break even at 158. So if you don't have him, you'd be waiting a few. If you do have him, yeah, you'd probably just hold and he's got to cop that. What about Dane Zorko, Horse? Is a man that you have been long for.
What were Brisbane thinking putting him forward?
Oh, it got me stuffed. Like, he was playing so well off halfback.
Yeah.
And then they just bring some Irishman back in and go, nah, he's got it.
Yep.
I don't know.
No. Andrews, don't trust a key back, so don't go there. Noah Rainsworth, he's still got a break even of 3. Keep holding. Skiddy called it a few weeks ago. Kyle Lohman, 276K, break even of 50. Job security is good. You can hold if you want, but wouldn't blame you if you sold into a primo. The next one from the Gold Coast Suns, mate. The guy that's only gone under 125 once in his first 7 games. Matthew Rowell. 654K, average of 131. Feeds on much more than just the grass at the grounds. He smacks ass too. Taking the absolute PI 55 this season, mate.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. He looks absolutely sensational. And it's hard to pick in a midfield that's so stacked like the Suns are, but Matt Rao is just a step above, so it's fantastic. But also too, Tuk. 149 last week. He's 591K. Can go large as well. So I would hold, but I wouldn't buy him.
No.
How about the Diddley, though?
The Diddley, Sam Flanders. He just keeps on keeping on, doesn't he? 578K and just continues to ton up. We love that. Anderson is an absolute blind date, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a blind date.
151, 41, 155 in his last 3 weeks, sorry. Jared Witts, 155 last week, break even of 67. It's a big watch here to see whether the big O, Oscar McInerney, can play. If it's against Fort, he could go very large.
Yes.
Berry, he's, not for me, break even of 50.
Yep. I still got him, but I'm just holding him just because I want to upgrade other players. But because I still think he can go for it. But Closey and Graham, if you don't have them, then you've missed the boat. Like, that's an outrageous miss. They still have Closey's got a break even of 21 and Graham's got a break even of -6. Yeah. We're just continuously holding there.
We are.
Horsey boy.
Yes, mate.
Hang on, just quickly. Travis, you said Rao's getting tagged this week. Who by? Please go on with what you're saying there, mate. But Horse, while he does that, you tell me about Jakey Rogers from the Gold Coast Suns.
Listening to a bit of Talkback Radio today, and there's some people up in Queensland that believe or are comparing him to a young Daniel Kerr.
Damn.
That's huge.
That is huge.
Played well last week, but they played against West Coast. So,
correct.
Yeah, not for me, but I'll tell you what, they're big raps for the young kid, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I mean, yeah, he looked good last year in his unders. So, looked good, and it's good to see him actually get again. So
yeah, he worked his way up the ground. He used the ball well on both feet, and was playing a little bit of the Alex Neil Bullen role that is at Melbourne. And someone else that comes to mind, Kane Lambert, who used to play at Richmond. So they play a similar type of role. I believe Hardwick's trying to mold him into that type of role. And if he is playing that role, we could have a bit of a cash cow here, but let's see how this goes.
Obviously, the score goes up a little bit more as well, like when they're absolutely killing West Coast.
Yeah,
so, he only had 40, what was it? It was 29 that first week there. Yep. Travis has just said Jared Berry might tag Matt Rao.
That's not a bad call, but Jared Berry doesn't have the body size to be able to compete with. So Matt Rao only needs 20 touches and 13 tackles to get his 130. So
because he's in under every single pack.
Yeah,
I would more.
He probably goes to Took.
I would say he'd more suit to go to Anderson as the outside role. Yeah.
And allow them to get the ball on the inside and then stop their outside influence. So you're spot on, mate.
Yeah, it's going to be more to see if Matt Rao can get the first touch on the ball when he's going in against Dunkley. So that's going to be more of the matchup that you want to be watching for Matt Rao.
Who are you picking in the Jared Brennan Cup?
Oh,
Brisbane
Oh,
are
that's
2-5 at the moment.
They are 2-5 at the moment. They do have a very good record over the Suns. I'm gonna go the upset. I'm gonna go the Suns.
Same.
Oh, damn. That's
Yep.
saucy.
I'm with you. Oh, that's it for teams. Let's get
Beautiful.
into our buy, hold, and sell.
Target acquired.
For those of you that have not heard this part of the episode before, we do have a few new viewers in the chat. We go through players that we think you should buy this week or target as a trading target. We go through players that you should sell, and we go through players that we think are worth holding onto and believe that they will come good. So to start off with, we're going to start with our buys. And for Adelaide, mate, you have 3 players that you've nominated.
Yeah, mate. I'm going with, I reckon, buys-wise, Laird is a buy slightly, but it doesn't have to be. Yep. Dawson and Rankin definitely are for me, though.
Yep, gotcha. Jordan Sweet, he's an absolute.
Obvious.
He's probably one of the biggest buys this week. Tommy Green, absolutely. If you can get around the Alir from GWS pick, I can't. But if you think that he's got job security, go nuts. LDU.
Can definitely say LDU at that bottom price. LD value.
value, as the boys shouted out before.
I can say that.
Yeah.
Dersma at that low price. He's moving up the ground a bit more. He's being able to play up a little bit more. So I could say that at about 210K. I do prefer others, but you could have the crack. The job security is obviously there. Garcia from the from the Saints and from the Dogs, both of them. Bugger it. Both of them. Yeah, you can definitely have a crack on at that low price. Job security is all right. Low break evens. Love it. I think it's time to pull the trigger on Clary Horse. I think it's about right. He has never scored under a ton against Geelong in 8 games.
That's huge.
Yep. And currently sitting at 466. It is.
Yep.
I reckon it could be prime for the picking. It just depends on
Clary
if that hand is 100% ready.
Yeah. Yep. Harley Reid still got a break even negative 30. He's scoring unbelievably well, like on Nick Dacos, Harry Sheasel type of level when we're talking Supercoach. Zachy Merritt and Nick Martin, even Darcy Parish for the Dons. We're looking pretty good there with those guys. The Bont and Bailey Dale. I think the Discord and our viewers will agree that fuck Bevo. But we think that if he wants job security for himself, he's got to play his best players in the best possible position. And that would mean Bailey Dale is at running halfback who uses the ball and kicks the ball inside 50 and is used as a delivery target, a delivery point, and Bont as a midfielder playing fuck all time up forward and leaving Timmy English in the ruck.
Yep, absolutely, mate. And I think they're going to have to do that this week. It's going to be a massive week in the Matty Suckling Cup. So, we're going to have to see how Bevo goes there.
Yep.
We can look at, mate, our man, Dylan Moore for Hawthorn. Yes.
Yeah, let's get around him.
Really love that there from him. And then a couple of Suns in Jakey Rogers, obviously very low break even and low price. And Matt Rao, purely because he's one of the best mids in the comp.
Is he due a shit game or do you think he's going to blow up again?
Does he play shit games?
No, you're right. Sorry. I apologise, Matt Rao, for saying that. We're getting into the sell, which Matt Rao you will never be on.
No.
So these are the players that we think that you should sell before they lose value or we think are not going anywhere that may still be stuck on your teams. And to start off with, we've got the bloke who drives his car in reverse just to save Ks. It's the crouch potato.
Yep, the crouch potato. Yep, he does not go forwards. It's always in reverse, just back. Lukey, thank you very much, our man. $2, appreciate that. Will Oliver get DPP? It's the only way I'd pick. Can he get DPP?
He has been playing a little bit of forward. Travis, what I'll do is I'll go through some stats for you tomorrow and later tonight, and I will get back to you personally. Join our Discord, mate, and I will have the answer for you within 24 hours. I believe it will be a no, because if Clayton Oliver is right, he will be playing midfield and he will play a lot of midfield. He won't go forward because he'll rest on the bench. If he's not right, he will go forward a little bit more, but we saw earlier in the year. They ended up putting him back at half back even and tried to play him off there just to try and get him some ball in hand, and he was shithouse there. So keeping in mind that he needs to play at over 30 or 35% forward time enable or to have that ability to get DPP. So I would say no, but I think if we see him this week, you just said before, Skiddy, a good shout that 8 times in a row he scored over 100 against Geelong. If we see that he can get back to his piggish ways, then we're getting straight into him.
Yep, absolutely, mate. Couldn't agree more there, mate. But back to the cells. We've got, look, Zach Williams can be a sell, but can also be a hold. So that's just where we're going to price that on there.
No.
Harvey Thomas from GWS, Cadman, and Weir, I believe all of them are sells. You can play the sound drop for Weir.
Get that garbage out of here!
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Don't you dare play it for this one, but Pow Catalina wine mixer, Tom Pow. Unfortunately, yeah, I think he's a sell unless we see some changes to, if Will Phillips is out, Pow will probably go back into the midfield, which I like. I don't know why I know he's all right forward and he can push back and he can do all the stuff that he needs to, and Clarko likes him there. I just think he's better value in the guts. If the
100%.
ball was down North Melbourne's forward line more, then yeah, I'd be way more confident. But Power also, maybe it's also like a thing with Eddie Mazda being out and they need a bit more, half forward pressure. Horse, this one's all yours, mate, because you're leading this drive. Jack Steele.
If he's playing, you're selling him. The proof's in the pudding. When he's struggling, he really does struggle, and his price is going to drop to the point where you may not be able to go sideways into a primo. He's done the work in getting you to 600K. It's going to cost you 50K to go to Matt Rowell. It's going to cost you 25K to get to Zach Merritt. It's going to cost you less to get to a Caleb Sarong. If you don't have those players, I'm doing that right now.
Yep.
The boner.
I did put him on this, but then I remembered he's playing North, so let's take him off that.
Let's hold him.
We're holding our boners with both hands.
Yep, like this week. Dempsey from Geelong. So, you've done your service, mate. Congratulations, but you can now piss off Ski. Yep. Sharp as well. He's gone. He's been pretty ordinary over the last couple of weeks.
Yep, absolutely, mate.
Jackson, you've got as a sell, mate.
Yeah, I'm pissing him off. Rage trading. Fuck him.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
I'm pissing him off to Dylan Moore. I have way more faith in Dylan Moore, and he's our boy. Oh, Asa! Our man, $4. So sorry for upsetting you. Asa, we are, we're boys. You don't have to worry about that, brother.
What
you
a
can
man.
Call him J Train. I'll call him W Train.
I've got to give Asa his chocolates. So in the Discord, he's phenomenal. Like when myself or yourself are tied up, there's blokes like Asa, there's blokes like Kizza, Suvlaki, all these types of guys. Ray levels up. There's a bunch of guys in there that know. Mr. Bojangles is another one. They really know their stuff. They just, I could reel off names for days.
Yeah.
It's not just our opinions. It's the opinions of a community. And we're happy to be vulnerable and to be shown that we're wrong in order for everyone to be right. So we're happy to go away. We do the research. We do what we can for the community, because at the end of the day, if we're not doing well, we want you guys to be doing well, as evidenced by mixed team that's top 20 at the moment. We got Skits Fitz, who's still in the top 300, and all these guys. So this is why we do it, and we love what you guys bring to the chat. So thank you. Jamie Camilleri, NRL Supercoach related gents, but Nathan Cleary's out. Oh, I don't like that because I've got him. Let's move on.
I do have him. Son of a bitch.
Just Captain Nico Hines. Thank you very much. Brown. Is that the Brown from
Richmond.
Brown Tigerland Brown?
Yep, that's it. The Brown from Tigerland. Yep.
Same
as Campbell. Gone too. Bukaki Party. No more.
The Bukaki Party's gone.
Yeah, we're taking the biscuits out. No more.
Oh, dear. That sucks. But anyway, we've gone through our buys. We've gone through our sells. And now we're telling you who you should hold. Hold! We love a bit of Braveheart, mate.
Absolutely, mate.
And for those of you that went early or wenge on Minge's Hinge or Hinge's Minge, hold him. He had one off week last week, but he has been playing all right. So just hold him. For those of you that were considering trading Connor Rosie, don't.
Correct.
He may drop cash, but he's the type. You see how silky he is. He could play forward and have 20 touches, kick 2 or 3 goals, and still score 110 points.
Jeez, imagine if he was a forward DPP. Oh my God, he'd be in every goddamn team. He'd be fantastic.
That would
Ian,
be
also
sexual.
just quickly, coming in 955th. Congratulations, top 1K. At a boy, Ian. That's fantastic to see.
Love that.
Burgoyne, definitely a hold if you listen to me, mate. He's just keep on keeping on. He's made a piss load of coin. So we love to see that. Sammy Walsh is still a hold, even though he only scored just over a ton. Grundy, still a hold, I believe. Horse reckons that you could drop his ass for Jordan Sweet, though. But you could go
I'm all about it.
way, I reckon.
Yep. Yeah, if you held him, don't blame you. But I'm of the opinion that he's probably maxed out with what he's going to do for Supercoach. I was big on him in the preseason. He went 140. He's got 150 last week. If you've got a primo that's scoring, your 120s, 130s consistently, I love that. But if you've got a Jordan Sweet who can score you 100, you can use that 400K to boost a rookie, say, from Dempsey into Matt Rao.
Yeah.
Or someone like that. Then that's
Matt
exactly what that's what I'd be doing.
I could say that too. Matty Roberts, we are holding. Don't you dare drop him.
Hold. Our little redheaded friend from Sydney, you are holding him. Sheasel, don't you dare drop him.
No, God, no. God, no. Don't you dare drop the She's Got. I don't care about the role change. You keep the She's Got in your team. Same as the Condom. It's all right. He'll just keep on keeping on. I reckon we'll still be looking about these 80 odds. That's probably where he's going to end up. He's got beautiful intercept marking, and it's going to be down there an absolute piss load. Colin McKercher, break even of 0, I think it is, or 8 or 3, something like that. He's still a hold there. He'll make us some coin, so that's good.
Yep.
Darcy Wilson, still a hold, unbelievably,
is.
from someone that was a drop almost a drop weeks ago, but he is still a hold. Same as Hugo Garcia for the Saints.
Yeah, absolutely. You're holding him. Howes from Melbourne, negative break even again. You're holding him. His role looks a lot better now that May and Lever are back there playing well. Jordan Clark, holding. Hayden Young, holding. Lafau, he's got a minus 34 break even. Hold. The Bont, you do not trade the Bont.
No, you do not trade the Bont. I don't care how much money he's dropped. You do not trade the Bont. The Bont will average himself out. Sam Darcy, holding him, still got a low break even. Lloyd Meek, only a 54 break even. We're still holding him. Dane Zorko, as much of a shit house performance that was last week, I'm giving it another week. If Connor McKenna is that halfback flanker and Zorko is pushed forward, I am pissing him off next week. But I am watching this game.
For sure. And then we've got Clossy and Graham from Gold Coast who are still going to make us another 100K. So do not move on them. And they've both got DPP, so you can swing them around as you please. Let's get into some captains.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, Captain!
And our captain's choices for this round, believe it or not, on top of that list is Maxi Gawn. 143 he averages.
Yep.
In his last
3-round average. Yep. And Geelong are not very good at rucks. So there we go, mate. Writings on the wall there. Elliot.
Hey-o. Let's go.
3-round average of 135, just dominating. We'll see how he goes against Essendon. It's a little bit of a iffy one, but we'll see how that goes. Matt Rao, dominant all year. Brizzy is shit again, then he could go bang.
Bang!
I'm anticipating that he might as well.
Yep.
Isaac Heaney, again,
he's unreal. He's unreal.
Keeps on keeping on, mate. And now we get into a couple of interesting ones here. Jared Witts, 126 3-round average, and he could be versing Darcy Fort if Big O does not come back. I know Big O had a concussion. I'm just saying in the fact because his eye was absolutely ballooned to the shit.
Yeah, wasn't
and as I said, nothing came out about Big O having like a fractured cheekbone or anything like that. But I was shocked if there wasn't any kind of damage around his face because that was buggered.
Yeah, wasn't it? Yep.
So what's Witty?
Sheasel. Saints give up a lot of points to back flankers, so that could be a nice little shout there.
126th last year as well against the Saints for Shees.
Dan Houston, he just keeps on keeping on 122 and 110 last year against the Crom, but he's probably taken his game to another level this year.
Yep.
Zachy Merritt, 143 the last time he played against West Coast. Dunkley, the last 2 times he played against Gold Coast, 133, 155. Thomas Green, our redheaded friend from GWS.
Porn star.
The porn star, 126, 118, and 164 the last 3 against the Swans. And for those that are in Sydney, would love to know, but I believe it's going to be wet in Sydney, so it may suit his game. English, 143 last time he played against the Hawkers. The Bont against the Hawks, don't need to bring up stats. It's the Bont. If you want to go the Bonts, he could go large. LDU, mate, against the Saints. You like that?
Yeah, mate. 133 last time that he played the Saints. And if Marshall doesn't play, this is if Marshall doesn't play, and it's Tom Campbell versus Sherry, then yes, I do like that. So I don't mind that. Walsh against the midfield with no Degoe, no Mitchell, could definitely go large there. Really like that. And Jack Sinclair could go large against North with no Steele, and how he plays off the halfback against North's abysmal efforts to be able to stop any run off halfback.
Awesome. And that's our holds, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get into the questions, our captains. So we've done our buys, our sells, our holds, our captains.
Yes, sir.
And now, remembering if you jump on and give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcast and leave a comment with your name, you go into the draw to win an Insight apparel kit. Thanks to the guys here at the Insight Fantasy Sports. Our first winner will be drawn tomorrow night. So jump in our Discord. We will be bringing that up before the first bounce of the Port Adelaide game.
Horse.
Do
people know how big this is? They would be the first person that is not like, one of us Insight people to own a piece of Insight merch.
Yep.
My Misso doesn't even have Insight merch. She's trying so hard to get one of these beanies, and I keep telling her, no, bugger off. This is mine.
Not yet. But you know what? Now she can, because we have our Insight page up and running. So you can go, it's in our link tree down below. Click on that. It takes you through to our page, and there's plenty of good stuff there on sale. Thanks to, I don't even know the guys Matty Garrett, created the website for us. And he's done a ripping job there with beanies, hats, jumpers, shirts, stubby holders, you name it. It's all there. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah, some good stuff there. Now, let's get into some question time, brother.
Question.
It's question time. Let's answer your questions for the week ahead.
Horse, I'm so shit at politics. Who is that guy in the middle of that question time? Is that our Prime Minister?
I got no fucking idea, mate, because
I
try and go up to the top in the comments while it's going on, so I haven't actually paid any attention to it.
I got no idea.
So if anyone knows, drop it in the chat so we can let Skiddy know.
I can't remember who our Prime Minister is right now. I know it's not Buddy, but what was the rich guy's name that we had? Turnbull. It's not him anymore, so who the hell is our...
They're all rich. Albanese.
Yep, yeah. Gotcha. Cool.
We're Beanie Buddies.
We are Beanie Buddies. Yoo-hoo. And
yes,
you guys
sir,
be
Ray.
Beanie Buddies too, so get to the store.
Absolutely. Skidsfits, who's the young bloke? Oh, mate. You'll give me a stiffy.
I love that.
Unfortunately, Skidsfits had a shit week last week. He butchered his VC. He's dropped to 300th overall. I'd kill for a 300th overall.
Yeah, I know. Poor you, Skitsy. That's all right, mate. You'll bounce back.
The Brain, who's in charge with the Matrix and Supercoach Whisper over at the NRL, they run a really nice show over there. Do I trade Nathan Cleary now that he's ruled out? Mate, I would hold him. Why? Because I'm sitting almost top 5K and I'm holding him, so you should too.
I'd trade him for Matt Rao.
Yeah, I'd trade him for Matt Short. Corey Blackledge,
nice.
Who is a good premium excluding Ruck to get in under Dawson price as 2K of Dawson with Dale? Let's go. Moore.
Yeah, Moore.
Dylan Moore.
Dale. Yep, Dylan Moore or Bailey Dale. Yep, like that.
Yep. I can't really think of anyone else off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's the ones that I'm kind of going with around that. Yep. what's Dawson at 500?
55 or something like that. I'll let you do some research while I jump through some questions here, mate. Ray LaPel, any team whispers if Steele will be out? I will get a message or a phone call tomorrow night, mate. But at the moment, from what I'm led to believe, he will not play this week. Mm-hmm. So if you're in our Discord and you're in our experts chat, I will update that tomorrow for you guys. Mm-hmm. Hands and heels. Gents, thanks for joining us, mate. Appreciate your opinion in Discord this morning. No worries. Thoughts on Dylan Moore? Mate, you've read our mind. We're both jumping on him this week, and I think he's a really good shout. This is probably as cheap as you'll get him. As Sammy Boy Plays is asking the same thing. We love him, mate. Mm-hmm. We're getting right around him.
Absolutely.
I don't really like cheese. You'll be scared as an owner with Rosie if that hamstring could go at any minute. I think so, mate, but the captain of the club is not going to play himself if he's only at 50%. So probably expect him to play a little more forward this week, but I'm okay with him. He's got the emergency on him if he does. What's Corey doing this week? For my trades this week, need to see what Sweet does and looking at trading off Marshall and Cadman for Dale and a premium, but 2K off Dawson. Yeah. So, yeah, I reckon more. I reckon start loading up your forwards. I think he's going to be a top 6 forward.
Yep, I agree there.
Yep. Is Jack Steele a trade out for Butters? Long story short, yes, I would.
Yes, I would also do that. Also, I just checked on the previous question. Moore and Dale are literally the only two that I would consider. Maybe Clary as well, if you want to jump and have a crack on Clary. Or if you have faith in North and myself,
Darcy Parish.
LDU. Parish or LDU are the other two,
yep. Cripps is having his best start to a season ever in champion data sets. Well,
yep.
Nice to know that, Asa. Thank you very much.
Huge.
Cal Gray, thanks for joining us again, mate. I've got Walsh with the VC. Nice little pod. I absolutely agree with you, mate. And I do agree that George Hewitt will be all over Nick Dacos. I think Nick Dacos still plays off halfback this week. I don't think he plays much on the ball. You've got 17 premiums, Trav with 22. Geez, you're going well, mate. I've gone Walsh, Dawson, and Sweet for Sexton, Steele, and Power. Good trades, mate.
I like it. That. Yep, I like
that. Travis as well, an update. Shane Mumford had 47 snags in one sitting.
Sausage!
What a man. That's a sausage festive I've ever heard one. I thought I had Toby Green from the Star. However, it was Tom Green.
Good. You want Tom.
Ray Lapoo next week, Roberts for Petraka, though. Maybe, but I reckon you've got others that you can move up on Petraka too, because I think Petraka is going to be around 560 to 555 next week. So I don't think you have to absolutely break the bank to get him in.
184 break even this week.
Yeah. Yep. Farron Ray played 4 games for North Melbourne in 2016, for those of you asking.
I think he was number 1 too, from memory.
Don't know. We'll have to check that.
Fine, I'll double check it.
Holding up Ray's team. Hopefully, it continues, mate. Let's watch there. Asa. Whoa. Skiddy, just calm it down to that question, not a statement. Check your tampons, please.
Yeah, they're fine. They're still in. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Keep doing the trade, then reversing Steele on Merritt. Nah, just do it, mate. Merritt's a top 8 mid. Is Crouching Dragon back? Do you know who Crouching Dragon is, mate?
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yep.
Yeah, that's... Oh, wait, like who that is?
Yeah.
Maybe Braid Crouch?
I've gone blank. If it is, I don't think he's back.
I'd say
it might be Brad Crouch from St Kilda, yeah. What a game to come back for Webster. Yeah, it's going to be lights out, mate. I will watch that, absolutely. Jamie Camilleri, thanks for joining us again, Jamie. Jack Steele, are we selling and to who? Yes. I'm not about to drop all the money that he's made for us and just stick with 80s. You could, go 30K extra and go into Merritt, 50K extra and into Real. Let's do that.
Oh, bugger, I was close. Farron Ray was number 1 for the Dogs. He was number 44 for North and number 22 for St Kilda. I was close, but that's all right. Pretty sucky.
Will Oliver get DBB? No, unfortunately. I don't think so, but I'll do the math tomorrow and let you know, mate. Solco early on the hold, Rose. Yep. Thank you, Armored Frog. Appreciate it, mate. Sir. Thomas Johnson 105. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Nice.
If another bad Jack Steele scored, do we fade him? I'm going early, mate.
Yep,
but I like
you're already
living on
done.
the edge. Yep.
Mate, this is all. A lot of these are all about Jack Steele, so we can pretty much just say, yeah, we can pretty much buck him off.
15 tackle breaks for Harley. I'll go 10. I think he's going to break the record.
You reckon he'll break the record?
Yep.
You got some all right tacklers in there. If Sammy Durham goes up against him, it's going to be a pretty bloody good matchup.
Sammy
that.
Durham and Jai Caldwell are good tacklers.
And Ben Hobbs.
Yeah, actually, no, I'll take it back.
God,
if he's playing on Nick Hind, he'll face palm himself.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was going to say this about Ben Hobbs, though. Never have I seen a guy that lays such good tackles act like such a bitch when he gets tackled. My God, he's doing this every single time. And then he lays on the ground. He's like, I'm like, mate, grow a pair. Like, come on.
Do you know who does that too? Who I've noticed?
Who?
And I know, I can't think of his name, but it'll come up soon. The Brisbane supporter that we have in the chat. Hugh McCluggage does it all the time.
Oh, Huey does. Okay, yep. Right. I haven't seen
who's going to get a huge payday from someone this year too.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Tommy Johnson. From now on, mate, I'm calling you Chompers. Thoughts on bringing in Lockie Sullivan? No, he's 102K. No. There may not be job security there once Jordan De Goey and Mitchell come back.
Yep. Agree.
Kizza, someone on this podcast called Marto being a top 6 defender before the season. I'll claim that. Thank you very much, mate.
Nailed it.
Thank you very much. Ian, is Dylan Moore a left field option? I don't think he's a left field option, mate. I think you're picking him.
Yeah.
Snag him. Love
I
it.
think he's a good pick. Great pick.
Yep. Tommy Drummond, thanks for joining us, Tommy. I believe this might be the first time he's jumped on, but thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Jump in the Discord, mate. We love chatting footy.
You. Yep.
Is Harley Reid a good way to move from a mid-price forward to a full and primo over the next 2 to 3 weeks as his price is due to rise by 100K?
Yes.
Mate, if he keeps playing, but if he keeps playing the role that he is and he keeps scoring hundreds, why wouldn't you just hold him?
Yeah, 100%. He could just keep on holding him. Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Him or Dylan Moore, I like it. Just keep it in your forward line.
Now, I have something to show you.
Okay.
But don't break anything, please. We're hearing that lob to North Melbourne could happen.
Shit. Oh, God.
Do you care to comment?
If that's the case, look, it is something. It is a spot that North probably do need. We probably do need a backup ruckman and a tall forward, but surely there's someone else. But if he does come, then I will welcome him with open cones. I mean, arms. Cone.
I can't wait for you to go to the footy and we're supporting him and you just yell out, Cone!
If anyone thinks there's any way, if Roy Lobb comes to North Melbourne, that I will not still be calling him the Cone, you've got another thing coming. Of course I'm going to still call him the Cone. He is the Cone.
So we're not jumping on Little Sicily yet. No, not yet, Asa. Not
Little Italy, Sicily.
Yeah. So Archie from Brisbane.
Yeah.
Ian's nicknamed him Archit.
Archit.
Oh, that's Travis Lubke's the Brisbane supporter in the chat.
Yeah, that's what all the Brisbane players say when he's about to kick it. Shit. Not him again.
Kiz, I heard that the Gold Coast youngsters from the academy did a full preseason with the main group before Xmas. Why they have a bit more of a head start than other draftees. You're absolutely right, mate. They run all their Gold Coast Academy players through the senior system before they start.
Mate, they've been training with the seniors since they were 16. They get so much of an advantage up there. It's ridiculous.
Yep. Yeah, and Asa's just nailed that. They've already done 2 preseasons with them.
Yep.
Ian Johnson, can you guys do a watch list players as well? One to keep an eye on first the coming weeks. Cheers, lads. You know what? I might do that for our Discord. If you want to jump in our Discord, I will nominate a few players that we're going to keep an eye on. And I've still got some notes from when I was tied in with the TAC Cup here and watching some TAC Cup with the Bendigo Pioneers on under-18s players. So if you want to know them, mate, hit me up and I will pass them on to you. Yep. There was an episode I dropped in the preseason that we can always go back to as well.
Mm-hmm. But yes, we'll keep an eye on for players that we can watch to target for the next few weeks coming up as well. Absolutely, we can.
G'day, Kev. Thanks for joining us,
Kevin.
mate.
That's my dog's name.
don't know how. I'm going to have a crack at saying that surname, and then you're going to have a go, and you don't have a choice.
Oh, fuck.
Mahesanandan.
Mahesanandan.
Yep,
I
I like it. Thank you for joining us, Kev.
I'm going to call you Nanny. There's a nan in there.
With Steele's break even 190, would you go Steele to out? Yes, 100%.
Yep, Rao.
Straight away, mate. Matt Rao.
You forgot the other Rao at the end of that Rao. But there needs to be another Rao. Yep.
Rao. Thank you, Jamie. I am still going to hold him.
I'm going to ask Braino and Whisperer and Matrix what I'm going to do if I'm going to hold clear or not. So we're going to see.
And then do the opposite. Ian's coming 955th in NRL. That's bloody awesome, mate. Munda Difflin. I always get that mixed up.
Nailed it.
Thanks for joining us again, mate. Luke Jackson becomes a wait and see. Yes, he does, mate. He could lose another 50K. You're right. But Skiddy's saying fuck him off. I'm saying I'm going to hold him for this week still. One of the guys with one of the best names
but I'm
on
boosting,
YouTube.
By the way, I'm boosting to get rid for Jackson. Like that's what
I don't really like Cheese. I'm sorry, boys, but I'm really thinking of dropping the Cheese God depending on his role this week. Just don't, mate. Don't,
mate. They said there was going to be a role change. He role changed for the last quarter when the game was dead, and he still had 25 disposals, still scored 108, still one of the best defenders that you can get in this league. He is one of, is it 4 players or 3 players that has turned up every single game this year so far?
Yeah, I'll have to check that, but there's not.
Yeah. No, I know it's him, Houston.
Yeah, I don't even think Matt Rao's turned up every time.
Yeah, it was 4 players last week, but I didn't check to see if they all got it this week. I know it's Houston and Cheezel for sure, and then there was 2 the week before, and I can't remember if
it was Luke Ryan, but he dropped off. He was an 88.
He dropped one. Yeah, he dropped one. Yeah.
What scotch you drinking?
Monkey shoulder. Actually, thank you very much. Beautiful. Nice. The father-in-law gave me that for my birthday, so cracking a little bit there. Yeah, Heaney might be the other one. Heaney might be one.
Trav Lubke, Walsh into Gorn. Or
wait, Walsh into Gorn. Oh, geez, that's
you need Gorn. And if that's the way that you're going to get him, then I'm gonna back you in, mate.
No, Heaney had a 98, Ian. So no, so it's not Heaney's not one of them.
No.
Gorn's not one of them either because Grundy towed him up in round 1, didn't he?
Yep. I'll let you keep looking at that. Considering I can't loop Gorn into Sarong, is Butters the next best option from the early games?
Interesting.
Yes.
Yes.
For Port, I'd say Butters. For Adelaide, I'd say Dawson.
Dawson or Laird, yeah. Yeah, I would say that too. I reckon that's all right.
Yep. VC Gorn, C Heaney.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, Heaney actually plays pretty good.
Actually, when's Tom Green play?
He
might be the one.
I want to say is it Saturday?
I think he's Saturday before Melbourne.
Yeah, it is. It's an early game Saturday.
Yeah, so I would go Tom Green and then Gorn that night.
Yep.
The 2.
Is Bont a must grab this week if you don't have him? Feels like he's carrying injury. Doesn't look right. It's LeVar. Welcome, LeVar.
Yes, it is.
I don't think he's a must get yet, but as soon as he's right, he's going to be priced out. He's just going to go bang.
Yeah, and I think he might be still having effects of that ankle, whatever what do you have? He had an ankle injury. It was
syndesmosis.
Syndesmosis, that's right. It could be still carrying a little bit of it, but I think that was meant to be they're normally a 3-week injury, and that was last week. So hopefully it should be all right.
Weather for Giants Sydney game confirmed a lot of rain for Saturday.
Shit. Oh, Travis, 2 Buckaroos, no Walsh, VC in to Gorn captain. Oh, yeah, I like that. Yeah. Picking up what you're putting down now, mate. Yeah, so he's saying Walsh VC into Gorn captain, not Walsh trade to Gorn.
Okay.
Yep.
No worries.
I
can't say because I'm still up this sheet looking at comments.
Sorry, but thank you very much for the $2, Travis.
Thank you, mate. We'll get to that shortly. Heaney in the wet is like wet hair Nico. An extra 20 points added to his score in the wet. Wow, Grant. Thanks for joining us, Grant. Still not playing.
Grant.
Inside word is that he won't. We'll confirm for that for you tomorrow. Travis Lubke, I thought our PM was Jacinta Allen. Well, it could be.
She's the Kiwi one. I think.
Jacinta Allen's from here.
No,
she's from
no,
Bendigo.
That's Jacinta Ardern that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Shit.
So you would be wrong.
There
Jamie
you go.
Camilleri, are we jumping off Jack Steele? Yes. Who are we targeting? Zach Merritt, Caleb Sarong, Matt Rao.
And if you want to downgrade, could be going like Dillamore, Bailey Dale. You could go.
Travis. Yeah.
You could go like other guys that have fallen primos, Dawson, LDU, Parrish, Clary, these kind of guys.
Yep. Travis Lupke, 555K. If you can get Dawson, mate, I'd grab him.
That was for me to look at who was under that.
Oh, Ian Johnson, bolter bet over 12 tackles. I'm going to go under if you're going over, mate, and we'll bolter bet it.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Little something,
yeah,
something.
I love that, Ian. Good on you, brother. I don't really like Cheese. Are you nervous about Moore's floor scores? His goalless games aren't very good scores. You're right, mate, but
he kicked 1 goal last week and scored 136.
He's got a minor role change. He's moving up the ground a bit more now.
Yeah. He's more of a link-up option like Brian Myers is for Geelong. He kicks it inboard as well. But his defensive tackling pressure is fantastic. Like, he is in and under, and he's getting more CBAs. So that is also a big plus too.
Yep. Hey, what a combo.
Oh God, that really hurts my soul. Also, too, you missed one as well, Horse. Ian Johnson said, "Did you know that Bont lost a grand final to Horse? Did Bont lose a grand final to you, Horse?"
No, not me. No, he lost to you.
Me.
Yeah.
To me. Just wanted
lose to me.
Just wanted my flex to remain there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that, Trav. I would absolutely do that every day of the week, mate. And but I wouldn't take Walsh unless he goes over 140 because Geelong concede the most amount of points to Ruckman. Is that right, Skiddy?
Second most on West Coast.
Yep. And Maxi Gawn could have an absolute field day, mate.
Yes, sir. Also, too, though, worth noting, Max Gawn actually has not historically scored very well against Geelong.
Okay.
Last 3 hasn't gone over a ton.
Okay.
I think it's 92, 98 and something.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, let me just hang on. I will.
Yep. There we go.
That. I know it's something like that. Here we go.
So
92, 98, 135 in his last 3. There you go.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really like Cheese. The 4 that haven't scored under 100 are Merritt twice, Sheasel and Flanders. So are you talking about Jackson Merritt or are you talking about who's that redheaded Merritt that played at Brisbane?
Oh, Roger
Merritt.
We're a big Roger
and
Merritt.
His son, the redheaded one. He played fullback.
Oh shit! I can't figure that one out. No, but it'd be Merritt, Sheasel, Flanders, and shit. I said the other name before.
Yeah, I don't know.
Houston. Yep. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Okay. Bob Froppy's Hawk. Oh, we miss him.
What a man.
And Asa being a Geelong man, that's because our game plan has to go around Gawn. Yeah. And I don't really like Cheese. Sorry, I don't know how I was meant to say it. Yeah. I didn't say much. That's
brilliant,
right.
Though.
Have you got anything to add before we knock off for the evening, mate?
Yes. Just wanted to say a massive shout out to everyone in the chat, especially the people that send us some ka-ching, Asa and Travis Lubke.
Yep,
so thank
sure.
you very much for that. Obviously, if you give us a super chat or whatever, we will read your comments straight away. We very much appreciate it. And how do you pay for those super chats, Horse? It's very easy. You join our Discord. You go into AFL. You come under Punters Club, and you see the beautiful work that our El Presidente Kizza drops each and every week. He has already put up some juicy stats for the Collingwood Carlton game coming up on Friday night.
If you want to be a part of this.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Get into that you get into that Punters Club, you get into that Discord because we know that there are going to be some outs for Collingwood.
Mm-hmm.
There's some money to be made there. We've got the showdown. We've got the Battle of the Bridge. We've got the Jared Lyons Cup.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jared Brennan Cup. We've got the Farron Ray Cup. These are all games that teams want to win and they have to play well. And you know what that means? when the teams want to play well, that means the stars come out and the stars align. That means it's a better game to punt on. So
Absolutely.
win some coin. And
Jump
also,
on.
thank you to you, Horse, just because you're an absolute jet.
You always make me blush. I love it.
what I
You're
do.
such a good man, Skiddy and
He's called me my dog's name.
Kevy. Yeah. Yeah. And there we go. Travis, Daniel Merritt. That's the other one.
Daniel Merritt, yeah.
The Brisbane man himself. But for tonight, this is Skiddy. I'm the Horse. We'll be in the Discord all weekend.
Mhm.
So if you want to chat to us footy, get all our insights, get all the info as it comes through from clubs. We are lucky enough to have gained some intel. I'm not going to name names, but intel people who give us the first-hand information a lot of the time before it hits the press. So if you want that time to prepare, join our Discord. We will share it with you, and all love to those in there. But for tonight,
Just remember who broke the Dan Curtin news 2 hours before it was actually released. Thank you. You're welcome, lads in Expert Chat. I got you, boys.
Spot on. And last week even, we got the photos of Massimo D'Ambrosio walking laps and called it early.
Yes. Fisher's substitute as well. We had that one going on. As well.
Spot on.
We got this shit. We got you, boys.
Do.
This is what we do for you.
We
brown nose people, so you guys get the info first.
Yeah, love brown nosing.
Well,
but anyway,
this
is Skiddy on the Horse. This has been another episode of the Inside Fantasy Sports podcast. We will see you for our live Sunday night. We'll catch you then.